Hey guys, how's it going? I am WWE Hall of Famer Lita, welcoming you to General Admission Wrestling.
Hello folks, welcome to GAW Friday Night Storm, coming to you here from Raleigh, North Carolina, as we make our way back down south to Miami for GAW Afterparty. That goes down 2 weeks from today, May 28th. And we will find out two of the matches that are going to happen on that event. Charlotte Flair battles Kairi Sane for the right to take on Bianca Belair for the U.S. title. And in our main event, Walter takes on Cody Rhodes for #1 contendership to Aleister Black's World Championship. So this is going to be a stacked show, and we already know that the Usos versus TMDK, that is happening on Afterparty as well. So folks, this is going to be a lot of fun. This is going to be a great night here in Raleigh. And Charlotte Flair, she is in her country here, and you can hear the fans' support. Kairi Sane is always a fan favorite, we know that for sure. But Charlotte Flair, I mean, we are in the middle, we are in the very heart of Flair country right now. So who's actually going to be the fan favorite in this match? I really don't know. I'm excited to see. But Kairi Sane, she's really turned things around after a pretty lackluster season one. She did challenge for the World Championship 3 separate occasions in season one, came up short each time. An 0-6 record to finish off our very first season on YouTube, but now back, Kairi Sane at 3-3 wins a 4-way dance to get herself a spot in this match. And she did it via the submission, via a cloverleaf submission, so that's a very interesting addition to her game that we might see against Charlotte Flair tonight. Flair is coming off a win a couple days ago against Marina Shafir, the very woman that Kairi Sane eliminated to win the opening match last Friday. Charlotte Flair also made Marina Shafir tap out with the figure 8. So both of these women have a large arsenal of offensive weapons that they can use. And of course the stakes here, Bianca Belair awaits the winner. Belair said that she wants to make the fans proud, make all of America proud about our namesake champion. Let's see who she faces. This is going to be a lot of fun, and as I say, who's going to be the fan favorite here? I really don't know. This is Charlotte Flair's hometown. No matter what she acts like, you're always going to get that hometown support. Just ask the Canadians. Flair looking for a clothesline over the top, and Kairi Sane catches her in a stun gun. I would expect to see a little bit of a slower start to the match as both these women kind of feel each other out here. Very similar stories for both women. As I said, Kairi Sane 0-6 in season one. Charlotte Flair was 2-7. Both women unsuccessfully challenged the world champion Asuka at different times. Charlotte Flair in a steel cage submission match. Kairi Sane in several different matches, including an Iron Woman match. Charlotte Flair, first cover here, trying to put the pressure on Kairi Sane out of Japan. Sane kicks out. So both these women had pretty lackluster season ones, and now here in season two, they really began to figure themselves out. Kairi Sane 3-3, Charlotte Flair 4-3. Much better records than what we saw last year. Flair obviously much bigger. Oh, Kairi Sane beautifully done. Ducks underneath the elbow. Go behind German. Bridges it. Charlotte Flair kicks out. That is the quickness of Kairi Sane on full display. We see it so many times. The matchup of speed versus power, specifically in the GAW Academy where we do not have weight classes. We see it all the time. Kairi Sane now, another cover here by Sane and another kick out. I don't know if Sane feels like she should have got that one. Flair, that's the flexibility of Charlotte Flair. Now Flair comes in, what a spear. She delivered such power on that spear as she just wrestles you to the ground. So not only are you feeling the impact of the shoulder on the rib cage, but you're also feeling the impact of your back right on the mat. And now Charlotte Flair going up top. This is not a place that we're usually used to seeing the Queen. But she's probably feeling it. You can hear the fans there. She's getting more cheers than we've ever seen Flair. Oh, Kairi Sane caught her. Crossbody Insane just plucked her out of midair. Unbelievable. For Sane, who is much smaller than Flair, to demonstrate that level of strength. Wow. Can you tell that the opportunity to face Belair really means everything to these women? Kairi Sane into the corner she goes. The long march, and Sane slides in with a forearm right to the throat of Charlotte Flair. And now up top goes the Pirate Princess. Sane moonsault. Flair got the knees up. Not the insane elbow from Kairi Sane. So the fact that Charlotte Flair was able to see that coming and just get her knees up, that is incredibly impressive from the Queen. And now Kairi Sane with some more strength. Alabama slam, spine on the pine for Charlotte Flair, but Flair comes in, another spear. Just cutting Kairi Sane in half with the spear. And now to her feet goes Sane. Flair may be looking for natural selection in Ric Flair country, and Sane answers. Spear from Kairi Sane. If you would have told me before this match that Kairi Sane was going to match Charlotte Flair power for power, I would have said you are nuts. But that's exactly what Kairi Sane is doing today. And now Flair, Flair drops Sane to the knee, and Charlotte Flair, natural selection. In the heart of Ric Flair country, Charlotte Flair, leg hooked. No! Charlotte is not going to Afterparty just yet. Wow. Kairi Sane somehow musters up the resilience to kick out of the natural selection. The move that Charlotte Flair has gone to more and more as she feels that the figure eight has become better scouted. And Kairi Sane has survived. And now Sane can't make up her mind about what she wants from Flair, but she's gonna try this again. Sane marching to the other side. She's got Flair's throat right in the targets, and she hits her mark. Sliding forearm right to the throat of Charlotte Flair, and now Kairi Sane again, a little bit of indecision, but up top she goes. This could be the end. Kairi Sane from the top, insane elbow, nobody home. Charlotte Flair out of the way of the devastating insane elbow. Knee to the gut, Flair running STO, and now Charlotte Flair takes over once again. What is Flair gonna do here? Going for the drop kick, and Kairi Sane just muscles her out of the air once again. This is incredible power on display from Kairi Sane. Now trying to hoist Flair up for a scoop slam, and Flair is not having any of that. Charlotte Flair, she says that's how you do it. Effortless for the deadlift exploder suplex, and now Charlotte Flair, maybe for a second time, drops Kairi Sane to her knees. Flair from behind for the second time, natural selection. Kairi Sane passed the test the first time. Something tells me that she will not this time. Charlotte Flair is going to Afterparty. And what a turnaround it has been for the Queen. And she does it in front of her hometown. Charlotte Flair. What a performance from her, and Kairi Sane has looked so good over the last number of weeks, but Charlotte Flair turning it all around, improves to a 5-3 record, the best record that she's had in GAW since her very first year in the company, if you can believe that. Charlotte Flair will be the one to take on Bianca Belair for the U.S. Championship at Afterparty. So add that to our list of confirmed matches to happen in 2 weeks. Backstage, we've got the Rumble on the Beach winner, Bandito, along with Rey Mysterio. Let's see what they have to say. There's no doubt Bobby Lashley is one of the great champions we've seen in the last 5 years. Against a normal field, he'd probably break the record for successful defenses. But you've got Bandito, the hottest wrestler in GAW, right off the back of the Rumble on the Beach. Bobby knows as well as anyone, when you win that event, you've got all the momentum. So if Bobby wants to break the record, he better start doing double time. Because Bandito will win the title at Afterparty. See you there. Well, folks, it's official. Bandito will use his match contract that he won in the Rumble on the Beach against Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship at Afterparty. The last 3 Rumble on the Beach winners have all successfully won the title in their challenge. Will Bandito become the 4th? We'll find out in 2 weeks. Well, there it is, folks. Bandito versus Bobby Lashley at Afterparty. Make that match number 3 confirmed for a huge event coming up in 2 weeks in Miami. Now here is the other half of the Latin American exchange, Hernandez and Rosita. 2 people who have really taken a much different view of what LAX is about than Bandito and Mysterio. When you look at the way that Rosita and Hernandez go about trying to win matches, this is something that, I guess hasn't been cause for controversy yet, at least that I've heard. But you look at the different ways that these 2 kind of groups, these 2 pairs, view how they want to go about winning their matches. It is definitely a stark contrast. So for Hernandez and Rosita, this pairing has not had the level of success that we've seen from Bandito and Rey Mysterio, of course. As we know, Bandito is going to be fighting for the Intercontinental Championship, hoping to make it 4 out of 4 Rumble on the Beach winners to eventually win their title matches. So, in the case of Rosita, she hasn't quite gotten up to that level, but maybe tonight will change things because, as we know, her opponent, she's been a little bit more than just involved in the championship picture over the last year. Listen to the roar for Ronda Rousey, former challenger for Dakota Kai's World Championship, the first ever United States champion. So Ronda Rousey, in less than a year in general admission wrestling, has I would say, imprinted her name on the record books for all time in this company, and that is not something you can say about very many people, male or female, in their first year. Here was the scene 2 weeks ago when Dakota Kai attacked Ronda Rousey backstage. That is the context of this match. Rousey in action for the first time since then. And she certainly has a lot to prove. You can hear the fans in full support now of Ronda. Given her background in GAW, she didn't always have the best attitude when she was U.S. champion, but she certainly she earned respect because of how much she cared about the title and how often she defended him. You can go right now over to our website, generaladmissionwrestling.com, and you can see the full histories of all of our championships dating all the way back to 2005. You've heard me pitch that enough, but it really is a really cool resource to go look at. I mean, I look at it a lot just to kind of see the history of this company. Ronda Rousey was the first U.S. champion, won a tournament, had to beat Lita in the finals, went on to have 6 successful defenses in 104 days. You talk about that clip, that is about 1 defense every 2 weeks. Rousey follows Rosita out of the ring. Rosita trying to get the advantage out here, and she does, and now Rosita applies the armbar. This is disrespectful to say the least to Ronda Rousey, the woman who pioneered the armbar, at least in women's mixed martial arts. And Ronda Rousey is not having any of that. Rosita maybe wants to reconsider using that armbar against the woman who made it famous. Rosita back in the ring. She wants nothing to do with Rousey, but the Rowdy one follows her. Rosita stuns her with that strike, and now Rosita transitions straight jacket German. At what point does Hernandez get involved, or will he need to? Rosita to the cover, and Rousey kicks out. Will Hernandez need to get involved? He has been on several occasions. So we'll just have to see if at some point Rosita is in need of his services. Into the cover goes Rosita, and now Rosita, she's got her legs up, and Ronda Rousey caught it immediately. Rousey, not too fond of that. Remember, Rousey is a professional. You know, for as much hell as she put Casey Catanzaro through when Catanzaro was challenging for the U.S. title, Ronda Rousey, of course, instituting the first ever MMA rules match in GAW. So for as difficult as that was, you know, Rousey, she took it seriously. She didn't cheat to win her matches. You know, she wanted to just go out there and beat people up, and I think she was just concerned about Casey Catanzaro and what she could do. The fans still loving Ronda Rousey and what she brings to the table, and Rousey, you know, I don't even know if it was Rousey's intention to challenge for the World Championship again, but Dakota Kai has kind of forced the issue. Kai's the one who has attacked Rousey after Kai beat her at Bash at the Beach. So Dakota Kai is the one who's brought Rousey back into the fold. It's very confusing. I'm not sure what Dakota Kai sees in going right after Rousey. Maybe she's trying to prove a point. Rosita trying to prove a point, and that's the point that LED board is sharp. Ronda Rousey's head just colliding right into it, and Rousey, look at this, Rousey catches the strike from Rosita and transitions, armbar applied by Ronda Rousey, and there is nothing smoother in the game than Ronda Rousey applying the armbar. Rosita has no choice but to tap out. Ronda Rousey gets the win. There is nothing in pro wrestling that is more dangerous than Ronda Rousey's armbar. Rosita just found that out firsthand. And maybe it'll be Dakota Kai that is the next. Well, hang on, speaking of Dakota Kai, here she comes. Kai has stormed the ring. Hernandez and Rosita are out of here. And Dakota Kai has come back in. Dakota Kai going underneath, and Kai's got herself a table very similar to the one that she just put Ronda Rousey through 2 weeks ago. And Dakota Kai, I believe that she has the worst of intentions here. No one out to challenge the women's world champion, as she's got Rousey in her sights. Dakota Kai near that table. Kai, hang on, you got to think about this. Dakota Kai, Uranagi through the table. Dakota Kai, the women's world champion, has just planted Ronda Rousey through the hardwood of the table, and Kai admires her handiwork. There she goes. You might say I don't have a leg to stand on when it comes to criticizing the actions of others in pursuit of the world championship, but I see it differently. Because of what I've done, I understand exactly what is going through Walter's mind. I know that he's got a burning desire that can't be fulfilled by anything less than wearing the gold. I know that he wakes up in a cold sweat at night when he dreamt of winning the title, then woke up to realize the 10-hour day in the gym and the training room is about to begin. I was there, and because I was there, I will fight Walter again if he earns it. If he earns it. But just like I look back with disgust at the man I was when I threw all my morals away in pursuit of a belt, I look at Walter as a shell of a man who once professed the ring is sacred. Now he desecrates it every day. Aleister Black makes a very good point about Walter. And Walter, at one point in his career, said, I think to the annoyance of literally everyone, that the ring is sacred. And now he's attacked an official, and we've seen him do what he's done. So Black makes a good point, but Black is nothing if not honorable as a world champion. So if Walter does win here, Aleister Black will take on the challenge at Afterparty. But Cody Rhodes hoping to spoil that dream. Rhodes coming off a win on Dark a couple days ago in Atlanta, beating Buddy Murphy. So he's feeling like if anyone can do it, it would be him. Walter is a bad man, and I don't even mean the colloquial, badass thing. I mean, he is a bad man after attacking an official and trying to interfere in Cody Rhodes' match last Friday with Zack Sabre Jr. Thankfully, Aleister Black was there to prevent any kind of involvement from the ring general, and Walter felt the kiss of the Black Mass right on his jaw. And I'm sure that is not something that he ever wanted to feel again. But Walter is here. He has earned himself a chance to become #1 contender once again. And much like Ronda Rousey, he is hoping that a championship match, a championship rematch could be in his future here. He'll have to earn it, though. Cody Rhodes has got to feel like it's his time, the way he's performing, what he's been able to do, and knowing that, oh my God. There is the dangerous strike-based offense of Walter. I think we're going to see more and more of it as he used it to absolutely punish Aleister Black at Bash at the Beach. But Cody, there's a nice strike right to the back of the head. Irish whip into the corner, goes Cody, and Walter out of the way. Cody eats turnbuckle, and Walter trying to come back. You can see that Cody does have the quickness advantage here on Walter. There are not very many men that can rival Cody in terms of technical ability, but Walter is definitely one of them. And now Walter up into the camel clutch. This is one of the several submissions that Walter employs, and just using his freakish strength and size, it is incredibly devastating, but Cody knows exactly what he needs to do to get out of that. Shades of the Iron Sheik there from Walter, but Cody would know all about the Iron Sheik from his father. Cody just trying to soften or weaken the soft muscle tissue of Walter, whether it be in his arms or his legs. I don't think there's a specific point of attack for Cody. I think he's just I think he's attacking anything that he can get his hands on right now. Cody, as we know, has had a real issue with Walter. Cody works with our officials every day in GAW, and now Cody firing away with the grounded left hands. Going for some ground and pound. Here is the American Nightmare, and now the first cover here from Cody, and it's an easy kick out. So Cody has had some words to say about Walter, and frankly, I don't blame him at all. Cody with the Manhattan drop. That one he learned from his brother. Dustin made that one famous. And now Walter, this is Walter's other part of his game. For as dangerous as his strikes are, he's got those suplexes in the barrel as well. Irish whip into the corner he goes, and Walter comes in. What a hip attack, and Walter off the ropes. Oh my God. The crossbody from a 300-pounder. It'll just drive all the air right out of your lungs. And now Walter up into the power bomb he goes, or the crucifix bomb. Walter trying to lay Cody out, but Cody answers. Neck breaker. The fans fully behind Cody as Cody watches Walter trying to get to his feet here. Cody just mocking the ring general, and from a momentum perspective, I do get this. but maybe this isn't the right decision here for Cody. Trying to go for a strike, and Walter catches, returns fire with the right. Big boot caught by Cody. Trying to attack those legs again. The strike caught, and Walter unloads with a return left. Both these men just not willing to give up the advantage. Cody comes in. That's a hell of a neck breaker. The strikes of Walter punishing Cody Rhodes just as they punished Aleister Black at Bash at the Beach. And Cody Rhodes, he feels like now might be his time against the massive Austrian. We don't always see Cody Rhodes fired up like this. But given what Walter has done and Cody's connection with the officials that Walter now endangers, I am not surprised to see Cody like this off the ropes. And Walter, there's another apparatus with which he can strike, and Walter just out of the way of that Cody Rhodes springboard back elbow. Strike caught by Cody. He answers with a right. Irish whip off the ropes. He comes in. Cody hangs on. Knee to the gut. Make that 2. Cody still with that arm and a Russian leg sweep. A lot of that offense has gone to the back of Walter. That midsection of the Austrian. Cover here. Walter kicks out. This has been a pretty even matchup here in my mind. Lots of strength here from Cody to get him up for the gut buster. And I think it's because Cody's had a great game plan here coming into this. I think he knew exactly what he was doing, what he needed to do. Over the top goes Walter. That's a big man. Cody just ragdolling him, and now Cody hoping to add maybe a little bit of extra damage out here. Maybe not. He just wanted that initial impact of Walter coming over the top rope. Again, this is the plan from Cody. You know that he studied, he probably worked with Aleister Black to hash this out. Cover here from the American Nightmare, and Walter kicks out. I feel like Cody and Black work together. Black says that he's an honorable man and he will honor Walter's #1 contendership if he is to win it. Walter looking for a power bomb here, could end it, and Cody very smartly gets out of it. He knew what was coming. Cody, that is a vicious bulldog. Right on top of Walter's nose, and he's busted him up for it. Cody unloads with the right, and Walter down again on the outside. Cody basking in the glow of the fans, but he couldn't care less. You feel like this would be the same match if Cody was fighting in front of the 15,000 that we've got here, or if he was fighting in front of 15 in a parking lot. Cody just wants to make Walter pay, and Walter wants none of it on the outside. Cody comes back in, and the blood seeping down the face of Walter from that bulldog earlier. Cody with a cross body. That's a receipt for Walter trying to shatter his ribs earlier. And now Cody, this might be the end for him. He feels like he might get it. Standing switch from Walter as maybe the crossroads was in play. Standing switch now from Cody as Walter took the back end. Cody comes in with the chop. That's what you need to do. He has not focused a ton of attacks on the legs, but ultimately when you weaken the back, you weaken the legs as well. We're getting very close to crunch time here. That opportunity against Black is waiting. Cody Rhodes, camel clutch applied. This is one of the myriad of moves that Walter busted out early in this match that now Cody is returning to sender. Camel clutch didn't work for Walter, and it doesn't work for Cody. This is as good a match as you could hope for from Cody Rhodes, but is it enough to beat Walter the way that he's performing? Walter, my God, what a knee. Right to the temple of Cody Rhodes. I think Cody's out. I think Cody is out. No, he kicks out. Walter staying on the offensive. This is what makes him so dangerous. That's a lot of strength there from Cody. Well done. 2.5 to go. Cody feeling it right now. Maybe looking to bring down Walter. We know that Cody employs the figure 4, but Walter too quick for that, too skilled for that. Cody with a boot to the gut. Walter comes back. That's an elbow, and Walter comes in. Shoulder charge. A huge man just using all of his speed, all of his inertia to bring you down. And now Walter, oh jeez, Walter, a headbutt. I mean, he has literally used every striking apparatus available to him. And now out of the corner, Cody to his feet. Walter tries to decapitate him with that lariat, and Cody caught it. Cody, another bulldog. The fans love it. The fans absolutely love it. Cody broke Walter's nose earlier on, but he cannot break Walter's spirit. Kick out again from Walter as we get down to 90 seconds in this number one contenders match. What a main event we have for us now. Up to his feet goes Walter. Cody maybe looking for the crossroads again, but Walter with the standing switch gets his way out of it. Big strikes from the big man, but Cody brings him down. Approaching 1 minute left. This is crunch time now. They say that champions are made in moments like this, and Cody, look at that. Upward kick, staggers Walter, but Walter comes back. Walter comes back. Oh my God, what a boot. Right to the head of Cody. We are under 1 minute to go in this number one contenders match. Up to his, oh Jesus. Walter, please. Walter unloads on Cody with the strike. I think Cody's out into the top rope. Walter goes. Walter has him in his sights. Big splash from Walter. Targeting the shoulder of Cody and the midsection. Walter into the cover, and Walter wins. That strike right to the rib cage. I mean, that is one of the absolute most punishing strikes I have ever seen. I think Cody might have some broken ribs after that. I think Cody might be done, and Walter, yes, Cody does need some help here on the stretcher. After that, oh my God. Cody, right, and now Walter's come back. Walter has chased it down. Walter is beating up Cody. Unbelievable that Walter would sink to these depths. Exactly what Aleister Black predicted. This is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting scenes from Walter. As much as I hate to say it, folks, this is going to be our main event at GAW Afterparty. Aleister Black versus Walter for the World Championship. A rematch from one of the best matches of the year at Bash at the Beach. And folks, there's only one place you can see it. It's right here on General Admission Wrestling. So make sure you don't miss a second of the action by subscribing. And go check out our website, generaladmissionwrestling.com. We appreciate you.